Hey foodies! So I've had curried beef many times in China, and I thought to myself, hey, I've never actually made it on my own. I made some, I loved it, so I decided to share the recipe with you guys today, ROMA'S kitchen style.
Y'all better can cook. Think you know you pay your pretty look. You want to live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book.
So here is everything that I've used. Of course, I'll be telling you what each ingredient is and how much of each ingredient I used as I go along. So I'm not using much today, so I'm only using 300 grams of beef, and I received my beef just like this in some nice cubes, and it has some layers of fat on it, which is perfect. So let's season. I'll start by adding 2.5 teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning. Next, I'll be adding in a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, another teaspoon of ginger powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Then I'll be going in with some olive oil, just 1.5 teaspoons of olive oil. Then I'll be going in with some blended seasoning, 1.5 tablespoons, and this is just a blend of onion, garlic, thyme, and scallion. Add that all in. Next, I'll be going in with some Scotch bonnet pepper, and they normally say curry should be spicy, but add your Scotch bonnet pepper according to how you like it. I'm adding in a few seeds here, which will give it the heat. Next, 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder, and you can find the link for the curry powder and some other ingredients in the description box. And before I forget, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now I'm just going to mix everything together to get each piece of beef cube nice and fully coated. And we have this right here. It is smelling so good right now, so you know when you cook your curried beef it will be very tasty. You can leave this to marinate overnight, or you can leave it for at least an hour to marinate before you start the cooking process. So over here in my pot I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and my pot is over low heat. I'm going to be adding to this 1 clove of garlic and just a teaspoon of chopped ginger. So you want to ensure that your pot is definitely over low heat because you don't want to burn these. Just move them around in the oil to release some flavors. Alright, so next I'm going in with 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder. And this is the process of cooking or burning the curry, but not literally burning it. We're just cooking the curry really. So you just want to mix this around in your oil just for a few minutes. And this is good. Ensure that your pot is over low heat for this step because you don't want to burn the curry. Now here's my beef. I'm going to be adding my beef all in. And just before I cooked the beef, I took the beef from the fridge for 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes you want to remove the beef from the fridge. Now here I'm going to be leaving the beef in the pot just for a few minutes, around 3 minutes, to get it nice and braised. But you don't want to burn the curry, as you know, I keep on saying you don't want to burn the curry. That's very important. So keep your pot over low heat right now to just braise the beef just a little. Remember, the curry powder is on it right now, so burning this is a no-no. Just for 3 minutes, leave it to get braised. And then here we have it. It's nice and braised. So now I'm going to move on to cooking this down. So here I'm adding some hot water to the beef, and you want to add enough hot water to actually cover your beef. Do not add cold water, always go in with some hot water. And then I'm going to allow this to come to a boil. I'm going to turn the stove up now to medium heat. Now, one spice that you can't leave out when you're cooking your curry dishes or beef overall, some pimento seeds. I'm going in with 5 pimento seeds here, mixing everything around, and then I'm going to cover this and I'm going to allow it to cook for 20 minutes. And over the 20 minutes period, you want to keep an eye on your beef and keep on going in with hot water to cover the beef once it dries down. So leave that. And now here I'm preparing some things that I'll want to add to my beef. I'm adding 1 potato, and this is like 1/4 of a carrot. I've cut them up into some nice bite-sized pieces. You don't want to cut them too small. After 20 minutes, and after constantly adding water to my beef is nice and soft right now, but it could get use a little more time. So the cook time for this will be like 30 minutes. So in the last 10 minutes, I'm going to be adding in the potato and the carrot. The potato and the carrot will help to give the beef a nice texture in the gravy, and potatoes just go so well in anything stew or curry. So here I've added 1 tablespoon of the blended seasoning and a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, mixing everything around, and you can taste your pot as you go along to adjust the salt. Or like me, if you're using the all-purpose seasoning, you don't need salt. Here I'm adding a Scotch bonnet pepper. I don't like spicy food, but I think this can use a little bit more heat, so I'm just adding in 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, and I'm going to allow this to cook down with everything, and after a while I'm going to remove it. If you really love spicy food, then you don't have to remove the Scotch bonnet pepper. And look at this, guys, after an additional 10 minutes. I love the consistency of the gravy right now, because the moment this cools, it will thicken even more, and then you don't want that. Nice and lovely. Share your curried beef. I had my curried beef with some rice and red beans, not peas. And here it is, the finished product, ROMA'S kitchen style curried beef. You should definitely try this recipe if you're looking to try something new, something besides stewed beef. It's really something different and the taste is amazing. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video, if you're going to try some curried beef. Of course, if you like the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your post notifications on. Also, check out my website at www.roma'skitchen.net for other great recipes. Until next video.